Welcome to the world of Ignaris. Today's focus is going to be the official Ignaris Tricky Deck. So the Tricky Deck here is basically a big catch-up and recovery deck, since it revolves around using a lot of your ability cards and entity effects to get you out of tricky situations. It kind of plays around with your opponent and has a lot of flexibility. So if you're smart with what you have and can think ahead under pressure, this deck is extremely useful to get out of tight situations and turn the entire game around, which can make for some extremely fun games. So let's open it. And the first deck you'll see, or the first card you'll see is again going to be this really useful mini info card that you can have in game to quickly glance at with all the small reminders like the turn phase guide, and then card anatomy, and then just like entity hierarchy. And so for the cards, we have 5 warriors: Ogwos, Desert, Domgu, Mads, Tora, and we have 6 beasts: Raikin, Kelligren, another Kelligren, Bazak, Rig, and Polymorph. We have 8 lords, so Grimly, Bertunox, Gogi, Squiblet, Yogg, Karugal, Belmar, and Typhal. 10 abilities: Restart, Jet, Raid, Dispel, Mirror, Paralysis, Wipeout, Conjure, and Eat and Flip. And then we have 5 symbiotes: Regu, Mog, Neki, Crick, Krolu. And then lastly, we just have 16 Spar cards to complete the deck. So as you could probably tell, this deck is a more ability and lord focused deck with 50 cards total. So for the strategy surrounding the Tricky deck, this is basically a catch-up deck. You can have a lot of ability cards and entity effects that depend on your opponent's actions. So for special cards, I want to showcase. So here we have Raikin and Grimly. And these are some pretty good and important cards because they're able to search your deck for ability cards, which is what this deck relies on mostly. Raikin reads: if Raikin is attacked by an entity with a cost of 8 or higher, search your deck for an ability card. And Grimly's reads: when summoned, search your deck for an ability card and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So the next card here is Kelligren. We have 2 of them in this deck. And Kelligren is really useful for completing that 1 extra spar you needed to summon that bigger entity or ability. So if you're ever in a situation where you needed that last spar card to complete a really cool combo and summon something really cool, Kelligren can come in handy to complete that last spar. And when you're done, you can use him again as a spar card or entity if you draw him again, since you just shuffle him back in your deck. And his ability reads: you may use Kelligren as a spar card for 1 turn. If you do, shuffle it back in the deck after the turn is passed. Some other cards that can come in handy for the same situation would be the negative spar symbiotes. So that would be Regu and Mog, to take off that extra spar cost off the entity or ability you want to summon. Mog's is -1 spar cost, and Regu is -4. Regu's a bit rarer. And the next card here is the ultimate Ignaris board wipe: Restart. It says destroy all entities, symbiotes, and abilities on the field, including yours, and nullify all spar. So this is a really powerful card that you can summon as like a last chance to wipe the slate clean and restart the game. But since it's so powerful, if you use it too early, it can actually cost you the game, and so you have to be smart with it. And here we have the cover of the deck box, Jack. Jack is basically a copy ability card, so you can copy any entity, and they count as two separate entities. So you can use the copied entity and Jack to weaken your opponent. One cool thing about Jack is that if you copy an entity that has a summoning effect, like Gogi here, the effect actually takes place again. You summon that sort of a new Gogi with Jack. Essentially, Jack turns into a new Gogi and is summoned again. So you can use that to ramp up and build cool combos and stuff. And so yeah, that was the Tricky Deck showcase. Make sure to check out the cards on the Game Crafter and check out the website, IgnarisTCG.com, and join the Discord. Just a small announcement before I end the video. I just dropped some brand new Ignaris merch. There are 9 t-shirts designs, including the cover designs, ancient rares, and fan favorites. So you can click the link in the description down below to get them off of Etsy. And yeah, for the next video, I will be showcasing the Onslaught deck.